Hi guys, and welcome back to another Sonic Academy tutorial with me, Chris Agnelli. In this one we're going to start arranging out our intro. So the first thing we're going to do is copy up some of the main section, the running sections, because we're going to start deleting things. And I suppose we could, at this juncture, we could color code things. So drums I tend to have red, basses I have brown, arps don't really have any particular colour, but there'd be blue today. Main riff is pink and pads are green. So first thing I want to do is in fact let's just copy up some of our drums and we can lose these electro. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to bring in a lot of effects that you should have downloaded from the resource packs. So if you go to bin, add audio file and navigate to your audio files folder, and in here you'll see loads of effects that we're going to create the atmosphere. So if we add all and we hit done, sorry, Control Z, we can get rid of that track. If we select all, Apple A, and we go to add to arrange and create new tracks, voila, all our effects are in and sitting there. So let's go through what we have. We have an atmosphere riser, quite simply just a sort of white noise riser. Cymbal swell is literally like a hitting a cymbal with beaters, like a more orchestral cymbal swell. It's like almost like a reverse cymbal. Explosion hit and a sort of clap hit. It's like a sort of taxi, sort of horn, like a New York taxi horn going past. Intro loop. This is a loop I created just using filters. Created a while back, and just it worked well with this track, so I just dropped it in. So it was all sort of spectral gates and chopping it up, and just to be a light loop for an introduction. We have a big 808 sort of drop. There you go. Bell tree, which is just like a sort of opening bling of bells and a sort of choir noise. Intro ambience. This was from a track I'd made probably a year ago, never went anywhere, but I'd spent a lot of time creating all these sort of ambient pads, just hitting random notes, again with delays and filters going on it, and I recorded it, and I just thought, when I was making this track, I went, here, this will work very well. You know, it's just sort of random notes and delays and things. And then we have a long crash. We have two of those actually. We just need to scroll that back. That's very simply just a very sort of long cymbal. So I think the first step is let's arrange some of these into. Let's bring the prog loop up. So I can't tend to keep sort of effects. I keep them in the blue colour, but I tend to keep them at the bottom here as well. So let us. So at bar 33, I want my bass to come in. Something very strange happening there. Right, so if I select all this, if I go to lists and I go to event, and you can see that we're sitting, everything's sitting 140 off. So we can just pull that down to 0, and there's another one. So obviously when we added to a range, our marker wasn't exactly on the beat. So this timeline here, this marker, it was sitting just a few in, so we should be all ready and rocking now. Let's mute these. That's a bit more like it. So what I want to do is add a low cut onto the kick, and we'll have that about 500, maybe 550. Yep, that's nice. So passing taxi. And explosion hit, and we'll bring the crash symbol up, because the explosion hit and the crash symbol will always be paired. Explosion hit, I want to take out all that low, so let's do a low cut up to about 500. And crash. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to start with this riser. As you can see, this riser isn't an 8-bar loop. It's a bit over, so what I'm going to do is snip it at 9 bars. Because you can see, if I probably zoom in, you can see there's still audio here after the 8 bars. So rather than have a hard cut, what I'll do is I'll show you. So I'm going to leave it hang over for a bar. So we normally, sorry, scroll that back to bar 10. I'm going to change this X drag to X fade, so when I drop here, it now automatically creates an X fade between, crossfade between the two. So now we've got this continually sort of crossfading atmosphere. So it's just a smoother transition, and it's kind of done automatically. What I'm going to send this to, if we remember, what bus is taken up? That's pads, bus 31. So bus 30. Sorry, keep doing that. Bus 30. That'll insert it, and we're going to name this FX bus. So again, what we're eventually going to do, we're going to bus all the percussion to a bus, we're going to bus all the effects, all the stuff that we want sidechain to a bus. Percussion, it means you can just put one instance of a like a filter or a bandpass filter or anything over the top of all your percussion if you want a nice sweep at a break or whatever, and it's just one piece of automation you have to do. So let's insert a compressor, and let's open up our sidechain from subbase, copy and paste, and sidechain that from bus 32. So now, now we've got a nice sort of thing happen, and we want again the explosion, bus 30, send it over. Now the crash I'm not going to send over because we're so sucky, it would really reduce the first ksh of the crash because it would happen on the kick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert its own compressor. Still want a little bit of the side chaining to happen, so we'll paste it, bus 32, but we'll just reduce it down. We're not going to have it just as heavy. Attack, let the initial crash through first of all. So let's have a listen. So it's all a bit loud. Yeah, that sounds alright. So passing taxi, we take a look at it, we want it to sort of rise. Again, very loud. Send it to bus 30. And what we want to do is copy that up. And now, if you control click, we're going to create a new audio file out of this. We'll save it to our folder, and then we go into sample editor. And we're going to reverse it. And just have it sitting in the background. So again, a crash. So what we want, we're going to start automating quickly. Go to kick. We want to automate the frequency of the low cut. And at bar 21, sorry, bar 17, we want our kick to be down. I'm going to put a little bit of automation curve on that, so it's not a linear response. And we'll just scroll this back, we just want those last few kicks. The next thing I want in is the intro ambience. So let's have a look at it. So we can again scroll back one, take off the automation. We don't need automation. So let's remove just some of the lows a little bit. Again, send it to plus 30. And again, I think this intro ambience, because it's from another track, it was at I think 134. So we're going to flex this and polyphonic, and we're just going to stretch it out to 33 and switch flex off. So the next thing we're going to introduce is the cymbal swell, and we just want it to happen. It's almost like we're going to treat it like a reverse cymbal, so we want it to sort of peak at bar 9. So let's key focus that and sort of play about with where it starts and ends. Yep, that looks. So let's have a listen. Yep, and again send that to plus 30. I think we can still remove some more lows. 48 dB per octave. So in the next part of the range of the intro, we're going to insert some white noise and start introducing a new bass synth.